Another heads up for drivers in Mankato. 3rd Avenue is about to close for a major construction project. Starting on Monday, 3rd Avenue will be closed between North Riverfront Drive and Brook Street. That closure is expected to last until November. Early on, the west side of 3rd from Harper to Pine will still have access through Chestnut Street, but that could change as work moves along. The posted detour will take drivers along Highway 14 and North Riverfront Drive. City says neighborhood access will remain available throughout construction. You'll also see road closed signs north of Cleveland Street, but one lane will stay open for local and business access only. A second phase from Brooks to Cleveland is planned for the 2027 construction season.